Have you ever felt that tingly feeling in your tummy before a big test, or when you walk into a dark room? That tiny gulp moment when your heart beats faster and your hands feel a bit shaky? That's fear. And believe it or not, in ancient Greek stories, fear was actually a person. Today we're going to meet Phobos, the god of fear, and also zoom across space to visit his real-life namesake, a moon orbiting the planet Mars. So fasten your seatbelts, space explorers. We're heading into the land of myths and the mysteries of space. Phobos isn't your average god. He didn't live high up on Mount Olympus with Zeus and the others, and he didn't rule over thunder, or love, or the sea. Nope. Phobos had a different job. Phobos was the god of fear and panic. His name literally means fear in Greek. He was one of the twin sons of Ares, the god of war, and Aphrodite, the goddess of love. Funny combo, right? One parent loves fighting, the other loves love. Phobos's twin brother was Deimos, which means terror. Together, they would ride beside their father Ares into battle, spreading fear and confusion among enemies. Imagine two shadowy figures flying through the air, whispering dread into the hearts of warriors. But Phobos wasn't evil. He was more like a reminder that even the bravest heroes can feel afraid. Fear can make us run away, sure, but it can also make us careful and alert. One day, in a grand battle between the Greeks and the Trojans, Ares, the mighty god of war, roared into the sky, his chariot blazing red like fire. By his side flew his sons, Phobos and Deimos, spreading fear through the air. The warriors below felt their knees shake. Their shields rattled. Horses neighed and bolted. It wasn't just the sound of swords that scared them. It was the feeling of fear itself, swirling invisibly around them. But not everyone ran. The brave hero Diomedes faced Ares and his terrifying sons. He threw his spear, guided by the goddess Athena, and clang! It struck Ares right in the side. Ares screamed in pain and vanished, taking Phobos and Deimos with him. The battlefield grew quiet again. In that story, Phobos wasn't the winner, but he taught something important. Fear can be powerful, but courage can shine through it. You don't have to fight in a war to know what Phobos feels like. Maybe you've stood on a stage before a big school play and your stomach felt twisty. Or maybe you wanted to try riding your bike without training wheels and thought, what if I fall? That's your own little Phobos whispering, be careful. But here's the trick. When you take a deep breath and do it anyway, you become the hero who faced Phobos. Fear isn't your enemy. It's your warning system. It says, hey, something big is happening. Get ready. Now let's fly our spaceship from Mythland to Mars. Did you know that Mars, the red planet named after the god of war, has two tiny moons? Guess what their names are? Phobos and Deimos. Astronomers named them after the sons of Ares, who's called Mars in Roman mythology. Isn't that cool? Phobos, the larger of the two, is a lumpy, bumpy moon, kind of like a potato. It's only about 17 miles across. That's smaller than many cities on Earth. Phobos zooms around Mars super fast. It orbits the planet 3 times every day. But here's the wild part. Phobos is getting closer and closer to Mars every year. Scientists think that in about 50 million years, it might crash into Mars or break apart into tiny pieces, forming a ring like Saturn's. So even in space, Phobos is full of motion, mystery, and a bit of danger, just like the god of fear himself. Now imagine this. Astronauts from Earth land on Mars. They look up, and there it is, Phobos, racing across the red sky. Future explorers might even build a space station on Phobos someday, using it as a base to study Mars. It could become a launch pad for humans to explore deeper into the solar system. And just like ancient heroes faced their fears, these astronauts will face their own loneliness, danger, the unknown, and conquer them with courage, curiosity, and science. So whether it's battling monsters or landing on a moon named after fear, the lesson stays the same. Bravery isn't about having no fear. It's about facing fear and moving forward anyway. So, the next time you feel scared before doing something new, just think of Phobos, both the god and the moon. Fear might visit you, but courage can ride right beside it. Thanks for joining me on this myth and space adventure. Don't forget to tune in next time when we explore more myth meets science stories, where ancient tales and real science come together to spark your imagination. Until then, stay curious, stay brave, and keep looking up at the stars.